I work very similar to him in the sense that the same rules apply. Please don't tell me anything more than I need to know. It's my job to give you that information. You'll notice that my style is slightly different. I'm a lot less visual than Jeffrey is. Most of mine comes through what's called claircognizance, which means I just have a sense of knowing what it is that I need to say. I also do get a fair amount of conversation. I hear it, so there's a clairaudience for me. I do get flashes, and I also get the clairsentience. And of course, clairsentience has to be interpreted. It kind of has a feeling this person feels like, and you'll hear that. Again, I don't get the taste and smell. We're going to leave that one to Jennifer. That's her forte back there. So between the three of us, we all kind of cover the gambit of all of the different clairs. So I work very similar, but also very different. Okay? And I walk and pace a lot. I know the first person I have is a male, and this is going to be a grandfather. When this individual passed, I keep wanting to say 70s, but I would have thought that he probably would have been older. He has a feeling of being tall to me, somewhere in here, probably would have been a lanky, and I keep getting a reference to a scooter. And this is with either one of those scooters that you ride around in the mall, or this was a scooter as in a moped. I don't know if you've ever seen that Geico commercial with that little pig squealing. I feel like I'm this man on my scooter, and I've got my feet out, and I'm going, whee! So he really enjoyed his scooter. He had a really good time. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen or felt, but that's what I've got from him. This would have been a man where he would have, he lived life on his own terms, okay? He probably would have been considered stubborn, and I'm feeling I'm back over in here somewhere, okay? That's where I'm feeling with this individual. You would have found him. He would have passed at home. You would not have known he was gone. He would have lived alone at that time. I feel like his daughter probably would have found him because I keep hearing dad, dad, dad. So I would have walked in and I would have found him. Was very quick. I'm here. I'm not. So I'm feeling that it's probably a heart-related issue. And I was cognizant. I was very aware of who I was when I was here. And then I'm just not here. There's also a reference to a granddaughter as well. He was the kind of man that I would have gotten down when the grandkids came over, and I would get on the floor and I would play with you. Okay, I would actually engage in games. I would be the grandfather, and then also I'm feeling like I would have handed you money. So nobody's popping out at this one right now. So I'm assuming this is not fitting yet. Sort of, kind of, maybe you need more information. Okay. Would he have passed in that manner? Would he have been bound? Okay. And so he was at home. Does the scooter reference make anything? Because his scooter is extremely significant. That's like the first thing I go, you really want me to say that? Yeah, okay. Don't tell me anything. That's okay. I'll ask you to validate after if that's okay. So I'm making the assumption this would be grandfather for you. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. And is this your mom that found him?
No, his daughter found him.
Okay. And that's not your mom, though?
Not my mom.
Okay. Because he's highlighting her, is what he's doing. So I made the assumption that it was mom, but he wants to highlight her. Is that
my mom? That's his...
No, the woman that found him.
Okay.
Yeah,
his daughter.
Can you tell me her relationship to you?
My aunt.
That's your aunt. Okay, sorry. I was assuming mom. And that would have been incredibly hard for her. He's saying that this was a very traumatic situation for her. Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, that's very cliche. I'm sorry, but that's what he's highlighting,
no,
and I got to give you.
Especially.
I have to give you what he's telling me, and he's wanting to highlight the fact that this was incredibly traumatic for her. But he went his way. That's very important. He needs people to realize I lived on my terms, and I went my way, and that was the way I wanted it. You understand that for him?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember him as a child, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And were you 8 when he passed?
Mm-mm, this was recent.
This was recent?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the number 8, so either something happened significant to you when you were 8 with him, or 8, because he's highlighting the 8 onto you, so that 8 is significant with your being the age of 8.
It's around the time when we started going to see him. We made it at least
okay.
A few times a year.
Okay. He's just highlighting something significant.
When
at
I
the
was
age
young,
of 8.
around
Okay.
that age,
Okay.
it started.
And did you understand that reference with him playing with you and engaging with you and being that kind of a person
Yeah,
that would have gotten down and...
He definitely had his own way to do it.
Okay.
But as far as like my grandfather goes, yeah,
Okay.
like I understand that.
Okay. Here's a message that I want to give you that's coming from him. He does have concern for your aunt, and I feel like there may be some heart things that he's concerned with her. Now, that could either be an emotional one or a physical one, or it could be a combination of those,
Mhm.
because what he's wanting her to do is to take better care of herself. Again, I know those seem cliche, but I've got to give you what
Mhm.
he's giving to me.
Mhm.
She's the type of person that does not take care of herself? Pushing, driving,
She's-
pushing. Does she push? Does she drive?
Yeah, she focuses more on everyone else.
Do you okay.
She doesn't. If anyone were to try and bring attention to her or anything, like
Okay.
she's.
I'll accept that, because what he's showing me is this pushing, this driving, and I'm feeling like I'm out with all of the energy
she
out
likes
in here.
to get the attention off of her.
Okay. And so she's neglecting herself is what he's trying to say, and she needs to take that energy and pull that back into herself
Mhm.
because it's affecting her. Affecting her here as well.
Ever since he passed, it was.
He's highlighting here.
Mhm.
Okay, she's having problems here as well. And I don't mean in a crazy way, but just in the sense that he realized that she's struggling with the thoughts and the emotions and the things that are going on.
Mhm.
Roller skating, skateboarding. Do you understand that reference? Sorry, that's very vague, but I'm seeing roller skating, skateboarding.
No.
Out in the house at all? Ever doing that? Showing me in
Oh
front of
my
the house.
gosh.
He's showing me in front of the house, in front of
Yeah.
wherever
Yeah.
you were with him.
Yeah.
There was roller skating or something with that. He's highlighting that. Watching that was a lot of fun. And popcorn. Sorry. Did he used to make popcorn?
He would always have popcorn.
Okay, he's saying I'm popcorn. He used to make popcorn.
Mhm.
So these were things that he did for you. Sorry, little evidence things, because I keep going, evidence. I don't like cliche either. And so this is mom and aunt, correct? And then is there a
Mhm.
brother as well? Is there a boy? Male?
He has a son.
Okay, so there's the 3, correct?
Mhm.
Because I go boom, boom, and then a male, okay? Where you want to go, where you want to go. He's just exceptionally happy that he can communicate, first of all. I know that, yeah. He's kind of like, wow, this is really great. He just has such a zest for life. I don't know if that's the way he was when he was living, but I just, forgive me, a cantankerous old fart, but you just gotta love him. I mean, he just wanted everything
He was
the way he was.
one of a kind. That's
okay,
for sure.
all right, well. He had his own style. And,
He did.
But again, he had that zest for life. Live it on my terms. Do it I wanted to do it my way. I wanted to be independent.
He was stubborn for sure. He was
yes.
Yeah, very stubborn.
Wanted to do it his way.
Mhm. And he you'd made a reference towards like 70s, but being much older when he passed, and he was much older when he passed.
I would have this would have been a man that would have lived full to his prime, and I don't know why I was getting 70s.
Yeah,
but because I was torn between why I was getting those.
Yeah, he passed away 95.
Okay. So I don't know what the 70s was for, because I would have given this man a very long life.
Mhm.
I could go on, and I don't want to keep going on because obviously we have another person to come up, because I can feel him highlighting the family and basically saying that he's there, he's aware, he's still having a wonderful, wonderful time where he's at, doing what he's doing. He's still watching the family. I feel an enormous amount of concern over your aunt and then also the son. Is your mom pretty much doing pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
He's not
fine.
highlighting her as much as if he's to say that she feels pretty settled and things are pretty okay for her. He seems to have more concern for your aunt, and then
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on with your uncle, but he's kind of like, yeah, okay, that's pretty much the way he is. So do you understand that? Okay. Again, it's cliche, but it's my job to give it, and I will. He loves you guys very much. He's always watching. He's always there. You used to skip a lot when you were little? Skipping? He says, don't stop skipping. Don't stop skipping. Do you understand that? I just want to... He says, you used to do that all the time.
Yeah, I
when you were
used
little.
to like gallop like a horse a lot around the
okay.
house. That's embarrassing, but yeah.
That's okay. Don't stop doing that. Bring that joy into life is what he wants to say. So thank you for that.
Thank you.